This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the Marca Microcap Conference 2015 here in New York City. I have with me Roger Dumoulin White, Theralase. It's a publicly traded company. Symbols are TLT on the TSXV, TLTFF in the US. Roger, welcome to SNN Live.
Shelley, thanks for having me on.
It's good to have you. Let's get right into it. Tell us about Theralase.
Theralase is a medical laser company. We have two divisions. We manufacture medical lasers for healing tissue, and then we combine them with what's called photodynamic compounds, and we can use it to destroy tissue, like cancer.
Okay, this is interesting. Is it outside the body, inside the body, both? Tell me about that.
Well, when you're using lasers to heal tissue, you're looking at putting light into the tissue to activate light-sensitive proteins. So you can use it to eliminate pain, remove inflammation, accelerate tissue healing. If you're into tissue destruction, like oncology, cancer, then you're putting photodynamic compounds, small molecules, which enter the cancer cell, benign until light activated. Once you light activate them, they destroy it. No chemo, no radiation, no surgery, no pain.
Does this need FDA approval?
Of course.
Okay, so what phase are you in?
We're in preclinical now. We're looking at starting a phase 1b clinical trial for safety and efficacy in fourth quarter of this year.
Where was this developed?
The technology was in-licensed from the U.S. and from Canada. The lasers were developed by Theralase.
So what's your background?
I'm an electrical engineer.
Okay, so give me, in your opinion, the largest need in what market for which disease, etc., if you would, particularly in North America for starters.
In the U.S. market, for therapeutic lasers for pain, the pain market in the U.S. is $100 billion a year and growing rapidly. Okay? If you're talking about cancer, the cancer is $77 billion a year. So you're looking at these huge markets that we're trying to address.
So in particular, what would I have wrong with me that you could treat?
On the therapeutic side, it could be anything of an osteoarthritic knee, it could be neck pain, it could be low back pain, it could be sore feet. With the oncology side, of course, you can get into all sorts of different oncologies. Our lead cancer is bladder cancer, but it could be applicable to breast cancer, brain cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer, numerous cancers.
So are you going to take this to fruition right to the goal line and put it in the goal? Because you know, you've got some pretty big hurdles to get over, right? I mean, going forward.
Well, on the scientific and on the clinical side, we'll take it all the way through to the finish line. As far as distribution, we'd look to partner it.
That makes sense. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you if you wanted to add to that.
No, not at all. It would take us 500 years to build the distribution of some of these big pharmas. We'll develop the technology, take it through phase 1, phase 2 pivotal, get it all ready to launch, and we'll partner it.
So let me ask you pretty much an important question. Who's your competition? I haven't heard of this before.
Well, on the therapeutic side, there's small players around. It's kind of a mom-and-pop industry. We're poised to be able to take mainstream medicine to the U.S. market for cold laser therapy. On the cancer side, you're competing with the gold standards, surgery, chemo, radiation. We feel that this is going to be the fourth level. Photodynamic therapy, safe, effective, without any of the side effects.
And one of the interesting things that I like to know is, what do you think the medical acceptance of this process will be?
Well, I think that the medical market is conservative. And I think it's the one last conservative bastion. So I think it takes time. It takes clinical evidence. It takes scientific evidence. But if the proof is there, the market will adapt to it.
Where are you going to do your trials?
The original trials, the phase 1b, are going to be in Canada. There's going to be a phase 2b study, which is going to take place internationally, which is going to be Canada and the U.S.
So, Roger, you've made some big claims. Can you back it up? You have support?
Absolutely. Theralase ran an FDA double-blind randomized control trial for chronic knee pain, and we showed hands down that eliminated pain controlled to placebo.
And anything else?
Well, with this technology, the U.S. stats show that half the population, the $100 billion market, are not well serviced by pharmaceutical drugs and or surgery. We can work adjunctively in conjunction with them, or we can be a standalone therapy, but we can address a large market.
So you're not claiming to eliminate all the drugs for pain these days.
I think it would take a lot of time to get rid of all the surgery and all the drugs that are used today in the market.
What about oncology?
With oncology, we're at the preclinical stage. So we've done our in vitro, which is the Petri dish work. We've done the small animal trials. We'll prove it in clinical studies starting fourth quarter. Right as of now, no clinical proof.
Ladies and gentlemen, for more information about Theralase, let's get a website right out there.
www.theralase.com. THERALASE.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Dumoulin White, Theralase. I'm going to give you two symbols, TLT on the TSX Venture and TLTFF in the U.S. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNN Live, and we're coming to you live from the Markham Microcap Conference 2015 in New York City. Roger, thank you so much for coming on.
Shelley, always a pleasure.
You got it.